Very good.
Oh fuck, I'm tired, Stu.
Do you know, I got home today from work, right? And I just like sat on the sofa for a minute, and the next thing I knew, I'd fallen asleep. That is a sign of just being fucking old, is what I think.
No, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, but let's be honest, you're kind of getting old as
I'm
well,
getting
aren't
on.
you? You're getting old, man. We're all old.
Getting
We're all
on.
getting freaking old. We used to be young at one point. I mean, even I felt young at one point, and now I just feel like a right old twat.
Well,
I'm
we're
sat
getting
eating
old together, Stu.
chili Doritos. That's what I'm eating.
I've got donuts from Sainsbury's and biscuits
Nice.
with my tea.
I haven't even had a shower because I've had a fucking mare.
You got a fucking mare.
I fucking have, right? I'm doing some DIY tomorrow.
Oh no.
And could I find the charger for my freaking rechargeable drill? No.
Do you not have a charger in the drill case?
No.
That's where I keep my drill charger.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
we can
what
do
I
that.
should have done.
That's fine.
Honestly, tell you.
What's good, fam?
What's happening?
I'm all right. How are you, Mr. Eric?
I'm good. I'm kind of jet lagged, but other than that, I'm great.
I'll bet you are.
Oh
Yeah.
man, my teeth are fucking awful. Like,
No
so,
teeth are fucked, though, aren't they?
my teeth are fucked.
Your
Fucked.
teeth are
I just bit down on a biscuit soaked in tea and it hurt. That's how.
That's not good.
You'll be having dentures by the time you're 40, won't you?
Oh
All your teeth whipped out.
You can hear the sound effects, yes?
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do what the Hollywood stars do and just rip all my teeth out and put new ones in.
What, with pliers?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Why not?
Wow. Interesting chat to start us off tonight in the chat.
What's that?
One Ton Super Noodle says, do you like chicken? Who doesn't like
Who
chicken
doesn't?
apart from Dude?
Yeah, I like it. What do you mean
Interesting
I don't like it?
chat to start. No, but you're vegetarian. Vegetarians aren't
Yeah,
meant
that
to eat
doesn't-
chicken.
That doesn't mean we don't like the taste of it.
I guess. Well, it's not a good advert for vegetarianism, is it? I like the taste of chicken. I just don't happen to eat it.
Well, it's a good thing there's fake chicken then, isn't it?
Well, yes. But yeah, who doesn't like chicken? We all like chicken.
Well,
Yeah.
chicken on its own is pretty boring, isn't it? It's what you like season
Yeah, it's
it
a bit
with.
bland, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to fry chicken. That's the thing. Chicken.
Well, you can fry it, you can stir fry it, you can broil it, you can.
But answer me this, Duke. Answer me. Why does it
Yes.
always taste the best when it's bad for you? You know, like stick some
Because-
fucking crispy batter around that chicken.
Well, in an
And it tastes
evolutionary
great.
sense, it's probably because the calories, your body, your taste buds have evolved in accordance with what will give you calories to help you to last a long time. Because we used to have a lot of scarcity with food, and our biological evolution hasn't caught up with, the advances in food
Well,
that we've gotten now.
When will it catch up?
Yeah, when? Duke?
Probably about 6 million years
When?
from now.
Because I need it to happen like this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening this week.
I need
mean,
my
you know,
metabolism to be 5 times faster.
Yeah.
I can't help you with
That would be useful.
But I can help you with Tasty Cake glazed apple pie.
Woo!
Oh,
That sounds
yeah.
good. I like that.
It only has
fuck?
1 gram of fat.
Now you see.
Oh no, wait,
bet it-
21 grams of fat. I was close.
I bet though.
Ellie-
I bet though it has about like 100 million grams of sugar.
35 grams of sugar, yes.
That's a lot.
71% of your recommended daily allowance.
Exactly. See,
But at least they
this
do,
is where
at least they don't do
fool
the
you.
thing. A lot of these snack products try to fool you on the nutrition facts
Yeah.
panel. They say, like only 100 calories per serving, and then it turns out there's like 3 servings in, a pie. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
nobody's doing that. Give me a break.
It's like that thing that says only 1% fat, but it's all sugar, which is worse than fat.
I like the other approach where the heart attack grill, where it's like if you come in here you'll probably die.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
you
there's
want.
ice cream. There's an ice cream place near us that says nutrition information. Let's be honest. You don't want to know what's in this. It's not healthy.
Don't
If
ask.
you want something healthy, then you should eat carrots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right, are we
know,
ready to
without
start a show?
I think so.
Jenny, you ready?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Come on, let's do it, people. It's party time. One day late.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Ginny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News,
yeah,
reviews, and an indie picks.
come on.
Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
I got water.
It's the veteran gamers.
I'm drinking water.
It's the veteran gamers.
Water, water.
Veteran gamers.
All the
It's
water.
the veteran gamers. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Kiss my big Springfield behind Shelbyville! Woo! Ha ha! I am invincible! You. Ow!
Hello and welcome to episode 604 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 604. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
And we are not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
And we
No.
stream live.
Yes, we do. Every
On YouTube and
week,
Twitch.
kinda.
And if Lan is listening in, shout out. What up, Lan?
Yeah, shout out.
Shout
Hi,
out.
Lan.
Hi, Lan.
I have been in Florida.
Look
Hello,
at you.
Florida. I'm not a state. I'm a monster. You remember that Simpsons moment when Homer helped Lisa with her Florida outfit?
Not really.
It was great. It was classic.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a
Yeah.
classic. Was it hot? That's the question.
It was and it wasn't. I expected it to be hotter than it was, and it was hot, but it wasn't that hot. Hang on a second. Wait, I got the sound clip here. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There it is. Hang on.
Oh yeah, the costume. Hello, Florida.
He spelled it
There
with
you
an
go.
E. So when I first arrived, okay, let me take you back.
Did you do that? Let me just
A
ask the
little
question.
bit of
here.
a week ago.
No, say, did
Yeah,
you do the Hello Florida thing when you got off the plane? I bet you did, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah. Hello, Florida.
I'll
Man,
bet
here I
you
am in
did.
Tallahassee, Florida. It's hot, but you know what? I have to prove that I'm an original Floridian. I grew up in this state. I got a rental car, but I don't need to use the AC. I'm wearing a shirt and a tie and an undershirt and long pants, but I don't need no freaking AC.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive to my brother's house without the AC.
So did you sweat a lot?
So that was me. A little bit, but on the other hand, here's the thing, and it's true about Wisconsin too. It's especially true about Wisconsin. People don't know what hot is. When you're driving around in your car,
Yeah.
you can just roll the windows down, and the breeze coming through the windows is generally sufficient. You don't really need to be using AC unless it's on a really hot day and you're not
Yeah,
moving
look,
much.
I get what you're saying, dude.
That's you, Stu.
But I don't kind of want to breathe in all those exhaust fumes at the same time. Just saying,
Yeah,
you know why?
I know. But that's the thing is that, like, I live in places that are pretty spread out. So yeah, okay, if you live in a more centralized place where it's a lot of exhaust fumes, okay, I get that. But at the same time, and this is a very minor thing, but
Okay.
every little bit of thing we can do to stop the climate catastrophe from getting even worse is better. So, windows instead of AC, that's a tiny thing we can do.
I guess.
Maybe our
but
streets won't start melting quite as quickly.
I'd rather be cooler. Just saying.
Well, yes, but would you like for Millie to not have to wear a spacesuit when she leaves the house in 20 years?
I don't know. I'm thinking of
I'm not sure,
now.
Millie.
I'm,
I haven't
20
decided
years,
about
flipping
that.
heck, that's a long time, in the future.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
thinking of
Right.
that. What's happening now?
Not
Oh,
my
it's
problem.
it's
Suck it,
30
Millie. Sorry.
degrees.
Good
Get
luck.
the aircon on. That's what I'm saying. Press
Yeah,
the button.
exactly. Right.
What do you say, Chinny?
Fuck them.
See? There you go. There's the answer.
Yes. Right. There it is.
Press that goddamn button. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Flipping.
So anyway,
Do you know-
but it was an amazing trip. I got to see my brother. I got to see my nephew. And you know what, Chinny? I could actually give you a link for some pictures if you want to put them on the strand. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. So
Who
yeah, but I got
cares?
to see my brother and my nephew, and then I got to see my best friend from high school, Megan, and her husband Kick, and their son Lan, and their daughter JoJo. And then I spent some time with my mom and her husband Rob, and yeah, it was great. Played a lot of games, which I'll talk about, I guess, when we get to games. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a
Let
really
me ask
good
you
week.
this though. I'm always interested what people eat when they go away. So what was your best meal whilst you was
Well,
away?
here's the thing. if anybody here ever goes to Florida, if you go anywhere near the state
I've
of
been
Florida,
to Florida.
in the U.S., you have, but
Yeah.
you didn't do this. I think I told you to do it,
No.
but you didn't do it. Right.
Whatever it is. I didn't
Orlando
do
is
it.
the #1 spot for tourism in Florida. That's where
Correct.
Disney World is.
That's where I
right.
went.
2 hours north of Orlando is my hometown of Gainesville, Florida. Go Gators.
Go Gators, guys. Go
Gators.
Gators.
What you should do
Go
is you
Gators,
should
oh my
go
God.
to Gainesville. Shut up. You
Gators.
should go to Gainesville and find a restaurant called La Fiesta. It is the best Mexican restaurant in the world. It is the best restaurant in the world.
Have you been to them all?
That's a
I
big
actually-
claim.
Yeah, I've been to all of them. I got takeout for there as I was going to my friend Megan's house, and I got 2 orders of my favorite meal, the enchilada dinner, because I knew I would want some the second day. So I got them, I put them in her fridge, and then I went to my mom's house, and I forgot the second order in her fridge. Ah! So Megan got to have extra La Fiesta on me, like a sucker.
La Fiesta.
On me, like a sucker.
Well, let's have a look. Right, I'm now on TripAdvisor's best restaurants in the world.
Whatever.
Let's
Anyway,
see if you're right.
So that's always the #1 answer. The other answer is Waffle House, because there is a chain of restaurants in the southern United States. It does not go north of the Mason-Dixon line. And it's called Waffle House. And it is the greasiest, most unhealthy food in the world.
Not House of Waffles.
Now you're talking.
No, Waffle House.
Is
But
there
it's
one else?
delicious.
IHOP, International House of.
IHOP is International House of Pancakes. That's okay.
Okay.
That's like Denny's. It's like, there's 100 restaurants like IHOP. There's no other restaurant like Waffle House because it is by design greasy and unhealthy, but delicious.
Yeah.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. Florida is the other thing I didn't mention yet. Florida is a hot spot for COVID right now.
Nice.
So
It's been a hot
I had to be
spot for COVID since the beginning.
yeah, but especially now because people are like, screw it, I'm not getting vaccinated, I'm not wearing masks. The
Fuck
governor
that
just said
shit.
he's going to the governor is going to withhold money from any school districts that demand that students wear masks.
Nice.
Wow, he's
Well,
like
America,
the
everybody.
opposite of COVID
Yes,
containment.
he's trying to
Oh,
help the
say,
disease at this point.
can you
Yeah,
see?
you can. That's so beautiful. So that's disgusting. But anyway, the point is,
Wow.
if you eat at a Waffle House, there's a good chance you're going to get sick.
Nice.
This time, there's even more of a chance I was going to
Yeah.
get sick.
You could
so I had
die.
to get takeout. So I had to get takeout from Waffle House, which is tough because I wanted to call it in ahead of time. But it was really stupid of me because first of all, it only takes like 3 minutes for them to make your order because it's slapping it together on the grill.
Slap,
And
slap,
secondly,
slap.
when you try to call them, good luck. She could not hear me. I was like, I want cheese and eggs. That's
What?
all you want. Well, huh? Speak up, honey. I'm like,
Honey, I can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying.
Was it like this when you got your order off? Or was it like, here's your waffles?
oh yeah, oh absolutely, no doubt, no doubt, no.
And there's an extra
doubt.
serving of COVID on top for you there. Good luck.
So that was my second best meal that I had, and I'd say the third
Wow.
best meal I had was my brother got takeout from a Thai place, which was very good in his hometown of Tallahassee. Well, his current town of Tallahassee. Yeah, I have no idea what the restaurant was called, but it was very tasty pad Thai, which I had been jonesing for.
Very good.
And yeah, those are the top 3 that I had.
Top 3 meals.
Top
I
three
Top
meals.
3, and we're well into this, by
My
the way.
favorite
so I can play
time.
it.
It's story time.
Well, Mr. Mike Chin, I'm guessing you've been busy this weekend as well, haven't you?
Oh, fucking
Just-
hell, I'm tired.
I bet you are.
Oh.
So, how was the wedding?
Here's where you. Oh, that's right. Your brother Pete got married.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Yay!
Congratulations, Pete, by the way.
Was it a
Yes.
beautiful ceremony?
Yeah, was it beautiful? Did you cry?
No, I don't cry.
Was it in a church or is it outside?
It was in a old church. So,
Okay.
So it's
Oh,
a
okay.
church that got converted into a registry place.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
How old is it? Do you know what year it was built?
Everything's fucking old in England. I don't know. You look at a building.
18.
Oh, that's the question.
You look at a
24
house and it's like
BC.
some dude's house. It's like, oh, this was built in 1734. I was like, oh, okay.
This is older than Jesus.
Yeah. And then you go to America and go, this house is 40 years old. It's
The oldest house in the nation.
Um, yeah. Yeah, it was a good day. They are now officially husband and wife. My brother got married
Yay.
to Michelle, and
How did they meet?
they met through. This is the weird part: is that they've probably been in the same room 40 or 50 times before because they know friends and friends. So I've probably also been in the same. In fact, I've definitely been in the same room as Shell, maybe about 20 years ago or something. Because
But they never had any contact, or they never really. He never made a move.
He just
Or she never made a move.
Well, he was sort of married to someone else, I guess, and
I didn't
she was
realize
married
that.
to someone else.
Well, anyway,
Would have been
Spears.
So he had his eyes on her, but he wasn't ready
Would
to
a
do
little
that.
bit awkward. Well, they were just at different moments in their lives then, and then
guess so.
There were just two ships that never passed.
and then at some point, the stars aligned and they met through that, and then
No.
but she's great. It was a great day.
Yay.
I won't bang on too much because this is a podcast and no one really cares about what happened. But
I just spent 20 minutes talking about my Florida trip.
true.
Exactly. By the way, Wonton Super Noodles isn't very complimentary about his sister because he said no one will marry his sister because she's got whiskers.
Well,
I don't know. There's someone for everybody, man.
There is someone. There's always
al-
someone for someone for
there's
everyone.
also easy ways to get rid of those things.
Yeah,
Like,
shaver.
she's not
I don't know, big.
stuck
Or we
with
can
orange.
revolutionize our entire social system so that we get rid of patriarchal fascist beauty standards.
Or
I don't know.
you could just get hair
Just
removal.
grow
Or
your
you could get
whiskers.
a wax, or
Yeah, I
shave.
think that a wax would be easier.
Yeah,
probably will
yeah,
be
probably
easier.
would.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So yeah, it all went well. This is the 5th time they've rearranged their wedding.
Yeah.
So it's
And
it's
everybody
been-
was safe. And everyone's
been-
feeling okay now.
Did you have a dance? Were you allowed to sing? Did you do shit?
It was like the most normal thing that I've done for a long time. Like it was all safe and fine, and I could hug people, and it was just so nice, and I got
Was that you at the party?
I got to see
That
my
was you.
nephew who I haven't seen for like 18 months, and
Noise.
Ah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Hey, everybody's
It's a
seeing
crazy
nephews.
old world.
But it was all good. The sort of takeaway from it. Obviously, I'm the best man, but I didn't have to arrange
In
a
any
stag.
room, you're the best man.
I didn't have to arrange a stag do. Thank you, Duke. I didn't have to arrange anything really. But on the day,
It was an easy wedding.
But on the day, I thought that, and then on the day, I had loads of stuff to do because
Whoops.
instead of confetti, they had like bubble guns.
Okay.
Right, for the kids, but then like all the adults wanted them as well, and they had little bubble blowing things. So the photos
Uh-huh.
was like instead of confetti, it was bubbles.
Yes.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
And I think that the tagline for my brother's wedding is "Why not?" Because
Why not?
like all the
And it's easier to clean up
bridesmaids-
bubbles than it is confetti.
Yeah,
With
all the
bubbles, you just
bridesmaids didn't have like high heels. They had kind of nice little trainers
let
instead.
them wear flats. Yeah.
Yeah, because anyone.
Why not?
Anyone would tell you
Do what's
walking
comfortable.
around in high heels is a nightmare.
Yes.
I didn't do the last traditionally in speeches. The father of the bride will talk, and then the father of the bride, the groom, and then the best man will talk. But the groom was first, then I was second, and then the maid of honor was last.
Right.
Because why not?
Why not? You said you weren't going to do a speech when you last spoke about this.
Did I? I can't remember.
You
Well,
did. You said, I don't even have to do a speech.
Well, I
It's
didn't
great."
really. I did,
Uh-oh.
but I got interrupted because I was wrapping up my speech. And by the
Okay,
way,
like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
it wasn't like a traditional sort of best man speech. I mean, I did. I said a few things, and
Anecdotes. You use some
yeah,
anecdotes.
I said a few things. It was all fine, and I said some nice things, and I said some nice things about Shell or whatever.
Oh.
But then, my dad, who doesn't get drunk very often, but my dad's a very good drunk. He's like very happy and jolly, and he put his hand up, and he was like, "I want to say something," like that.
Uh-oh.
And so he stood up. And
All right,
I
here we
wasn't-
have audio actually from the ceremony. You ready? This is from So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Excellent.
Like
I
that.
love that. That is the most underrated comedy film
It's a
ever made.
classic performance.
It is.
Man. Yeah.
So
Sorry,
good.
Chinny, you were saying
wanna
your
talk
dad got
amongst
up.
yourself?
I want to say something.
Right. Yeah. So he wanted to say something, and then he started talking about when I first met Tara 17 years ago, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
"What?" And everybody was like,
Where's this going?
What is he talking about? Does he think he's? And he was drunk at this point. Does he think he's at the wrong wedding? Like, has he gone back 3 years?
I like it.
But I had faith in him. Everybody was kind of looking at Pete. Looked at me, going, "What's he saying?" Like, and everybody was like, Nathaniel was looking at me. I was like, "No, I've got faith in my dad. He's drunk, but he's not like senile. Like,
he knows what's what.
He knows what's gonna. He knows what he wants to say." And he ended up saying, and I was so happy when Mike married Tara because I've got a beautiful daughter-in-law. But now I'm doubly happy because now I've got two lovely. So he saved it, right? And then he ended up sort of stealing the show in the end because he interrupted my best man speech and sort of said that, and it was funny because he was sort of really pissed, but like he sort of said something so nice that everybody loved him anyway. And then he was talking and then he just fell asleep in a chair, all right, for like an hour and a half, and we all took pictures with him and selfies with him. And there's this kind of like kind of George Formby band, Stu, kind of like old banjo.
All right, okay.
Kind of ding, 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 ding. So one of them bands was on, and like my dad was really looking forward to hearing that, but he fell asleep for all of that, and then he woke up and he went,
"Bless him.
I've got to go home." Right, so I had to drive 20 minutes and I had to literally just put him in his bed and then drive 20 minutes back to the venue. And my other job was to drive little Leo, my nephew, back home. That's a half an hour drive there and then a half an hour drive back. So I was kind of missing for like 2 hours of the party, really.
Oof.
Wow.
That was my job. That was what I had to do. So
you couldn't spring for a taxi on either of those?
No, not really. I mean, not with my dad. It's a long story, but he can't see very well. Right. So like, it's all just. I just did it.
Well, you're a good son.
He is a good son,
and a good
isn't
uncle.
he?
But like the wedding went well. Everything went fine. No dramas.
Yay.
My brother had a guitar that everybody signed.
Oh, nice.
Lots of pictures, lots of fun. All the kids. There wasn't many kids. I think there was about 4 kids, and they all had fun. It was the first sort of thing everybody had done, like sort of after COVID, and it was weird to sort of hug people that I hadn't hugged and for a long time, and and we just all, I think everybody collectively went, I think this is okay to just be normal. So.
Until the Delta starts sweeping across everything. Like I'm wearing masks everywhere now. Again, like I
only wear masks when I'm in the house.
Yeah.
Got to stay safe in the house, Ginny.
Gotta stay away from Tara.
Stay safe.
Yeah, there you
go. So yeah, it's all good. Pete is now married. I'm very happy for him.
I'm just glad he got there in the end. All these cancellations and stuff. At least he's got there now. He is
finally made it.
Yeah.
Finally made it.
Definitely. So it's all good.
Looks like we made it. Stu, you got anything?
Not really, no. I mean, I've been off for 2 weeks.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
Okay, we'll move on then.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. Moving on.
Oh, Derek has come up with a good joke there. I wish I'd known that one. I first met Pete when I was born. I should have said that. That's a good one. Sorry,
Derek.
What are we doing this, Stu?
Who's going first?
Fucking do your job, Stu.
All right, yeah, sorry.
You was off last time.
Dingleberry? Do my job, hadn't I?
You was off last week.
I don't know. I'll go first.
Did you listen to the show when you wasn't on it?
A bit. I listened to it a bit.
So you didn't
listen
really?
to all of it.
No.
I listened to some of it.
You didn't really.
You listened to as much of our show as I listened to your most recent mix.
Exactly.
You know what you did? You know what you did? You listened to the first 10 seconds just to see who we got on.
No, I knew you had Antonio on. Yeah,
that's why you didn't listen. Oh, Antonio, he's talking smack about you.
Because I listened to it. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Think about the predicament you in, dog, before you talk again.
So I thought, fuck it, right? I know it's been quite warm recently. Fuck it. Though. I'm going to stick that VR headset on my head and I'm going to have a go because...
Put it on your cock.
Yourself. I stuck it on there, fucking roasted my face
Shove it up your
inside
bum.
a mini computer.
We're just going to be really rude this episode.
I need to get water. I'll be right back.
I'm like, be great. So I thought, I'm going to... Like, I sort of tried for VR bowling out, right? And last time, I strained my arse cheek.
Yeah.
which isn't great.
Which is
and
what
it
you
was-
told the doctor, and that's
I
the
did.
story.
I did as I was playing VR
and you're sticking
bowling
to it.
and I've pulled a muscle in my butt chuck.
Yeah.
But it's fine. So I thought, do you know what? It's had time to heal up. So I'm going to have another go. So I got it on my head and I went in. And yeah, I realized, like, because I faffed around last time, it was so hot when I decided to try and play it. I thought, I can't even be bothered faffing with this. But you don't have to sign into YouTube. You can just put it on. It is kind of cool. In the corner of the bowling alley, there is a screen with YouTube playing, and you can play whatever songs you want while you're bowling.
You've mentioned that 17 times when talking about it.
I know, it's good fun. And
Stop mentioning it.
yeah, I've got more. I've unlocked more balls, so I've got more balls to choose from. And they are kind of fun. There's
balls.
There's one with lightning in it. Okay.
Ooh, lightning balls.
I know, it's kind of cool. And when
Who's
you
got
bowl
lightning
it,
balls?
when you bowl it, lightning comes down from the ceiling, hitting the ball as it's rolling along, which I'm like, that would be so cool in real life.
And if you got the ball up to 88 miles an hour, you go to 1955.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, Chinny, there's a Netflix series called The Movies That Made Us. There's an episode on it about Back to the Future. You probably know most of what's in it, but I found it interesting and
I find it difficult to find out anything new about that film.
well, yeah. That's what
you know everything.
Did you know Eric Stoltz was?
What?
Did you know it had a different name?
What?
I didn't know about the different name.
I forgot what it was. They just didn't. I think they just didn't know what to call it. I think.
Well, no, they had a name.
I think.
In the studio, according to this documentary thing, someone in the studio had an idea for a different name, like the Spaceman from Pluto.
Yeah, it was something.
And
awful.
they were like,
and then I
"No,
think,
we're not doing that."
I think the sequels they named them something different as well.
I don't know.
Because
They just
they
didn't
didn't want people to know that they were doing them or something. Well.
There you go.
Anyway,
See, that's what
Stu,
happens.
sorry I cut you off. You got lightning balls.
Yeah, lightning balls,
Right.
and it's kind of cool because if you go near the gutter, it veers back into the actual lane, which
Oh,
again,
you got bumpers.
no, they're not bumpers. It kind of it's like a force field. The lightning, like, it doesn't always work. It just gives it a bit of a nudge. Gives
So
a bit
for
of
all
a nudge.
intents and purposes, you
It's
occasionally have
cheating.
lightning
It's
bumpers.
It's cheating with
Right.
lightning. That's what it is.
Yes. Okay.
But I was quite happy about that. But the upshot is, even though I was trying to be extra careful, I had to again pull the muscle in my bum cheek. It's just, I don't know what the
Oh,
answer is
no.
to this. I don't know what the
Stu,
What
answer
is
is.
wrong with
I know
you?
what the answer is. Exercise
play
more.
it.
Exercise
maybe-
more.
Yeah,
that
exercise
is
more.
it,
Do you
isn't it?
stretch before you play this game, Stu?
No, it's flipping
Well,
VR
you need.
bowling.
You know, you say that like it doesn't pose any risks to you.
I know,
Obviously,
I know.
it does. So therefore, at the very least, before you play it, stretch a little bit.
Stretch, maybe
You're
I
not
do.
18 anymore. You can't go jumping
That
down
is-
staircases
that
and
is
hopping
true.
off of sheds.
Hell's teeth, man. I wasn't doing that while I was playing bowling.
I don't know
the
what
way
to tell
you
you.
said. What do I need to stretch for? Anyway,
Yeah,
I've
really.
pulled my
Yeah.
muscle in
Right,
my bum
look.
cheek.
I pulled the muscle in my bum. Stretch.
know,
No,
yeah.
I don't need
It
it.
wasn't-
I don't need to stretch.
It wasn't as bad as last time, though. You know, I was being a bit
That's
more
like Chinny
careful.
being like, "What do I need to brush my teeth for?"
Uh.
It's fine. My teeth are fine.
Whatever.
Needless to say, the game is.
Or me saying, "What do I need to lose weight for?" Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Needless to say, the game's good.
No, well, it sounds
It's-
like it's good.
it's
Lightning
well
balls,
presented.
strained
The-
muscles.
The physics
What more do you
work
want?
well. There's a lot,
Yeah.
like I say, there's a lot of. There was one ball I got, and when you sort of hurl it down, it plays a tune on a guitar.
Ooh, sweet.
Why not?
I wish I could see some visuals for
Why
this
not?
game. That sounds fun.
I know.
fuck
wouldn't
do
it
you want
be-
from me?
Someone,
I didn't say
someone
anything
had
about
put a
you,
link
Jenny.
in the show notes.
I didn't say anything about you. I'm
Blame
just saying.
Pete for getting married
Thanks a lot, Pete.
on a
Yeah,
Sunday.
thanks, Pete.
Yeah, really.
cheap.
But yeah,
Cheap
no,
ass.
I'd definitely recommend it. You know, if you want to pull a muscle in your arse cheek and see lightning
who
shooting
doesn't?
out your balls.
It's all right.
Why not?
You know what I fancy doing? Pulling a muscle in my arse.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
seeing lightning come out my balls.
lightning shoots out your balls.
Have you been doing cocaine again, Michael?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I've not got anything
I've
else
got a
to
bit
say
of a-
about that game. But
I've got
it's
a bit
good.
of a problem.
What's
Uh-oh.
that?
I had 3 raspberry jam donuts in front of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I've got 2 because I ate
They all
one.
gone?
Oh, all right.
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Kind of want to eat another one.
You said you have 2 in front of you. Eat
Yeah,
one.
well, you can do. Just eat one. What's the matter with
The
you?
problem is when you have 0 in front of you and you want to eat one.
Yeah, exactly.
But what is on donuts, jam donuts, Stu?
Sugar.
What is on them?
Sugar.
Sugar.
It's on them and in them.
and in them.
What's bad
What's
for
that?
your
What-
teeth?
Why is that a problem?
Oh, yeah, Chinny's
Oh,
teeth
your teeth
problem.
are gonna hurt.
Uh-uh.
So this is the question about: are you willing to put up with some tooth pain in order to have
My
some
teeth are telling me
sugar yum?
no.
But
But
my
my
tongue is
body.
telling me yes.
It's telling me yes.
Telling me yeah.
What up, Lord? We're singing about tooth pain.
Honestly,
All
I
right, are
don't
you
know
going
why
next,
we
Ginny?
talk about games on this fucking show.
I
anymore.
do not know
I
anymore.
don't know why we bother.
Dude, what have you
I
been
like video
playing?
games.
Dude,
Me?
dude, save
Me?
us.
Well, he
What have
fucking
you been
talks
playing?
about-
Save
Me?
us.
Fucking
All right,
Skyrim,
I
League,
don't
know.
some shit
No.
free game that he played.
Yeah, or demo. It's a
Well,
demo.
1 out of 3 ain't bad. Minecraft. I've been building some cool stuff, and I think I'm gonna finish this week the thing that I'm building on. It's on the Noble Realms Minecraft server. So if anybody out there has the Java Minecraft, I should be playing on the Realms that we built for the
Yeah,
VG Hub.
you
But
should, yeah.
you know what? The interface isn't as good, and I get
Well,
free stuff when
You're a
I do
spoilt
the.
bitch.
Yes, I am. Anyway,
I'm
yeah.
in
So
an
if anybody has
aggressive mood.
Java
I'm in an
Minecraft,
I
aggressive
can't
mood.
tell. I don't know what's
Join
going
us.
on.
Sorry, dude.
however,
Sorry.
I'm not going to talk about that too much because I'm going to do like a tour because I'm building a tower and I'm finished that this week. And when I finish that, I'll take you through a tour of it, of the whole
Okay.
town, roller coasters,
Oh, okay.
tower, aquarium. Yeah, it's going to be lit.
Aquarium, you say? Impressive.
So the game I will talk about first is
Yeah,
called
go.
Zup, Z-U-P.
Zup.
Yeah, Zup.
What's up?
And it's a puzzle game. It was $1, so I'm like, hey, it's $1.
There you
Can't
go.
go wrong here.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. And it's the first levels are very simple, as puzzle game first levels tend to be. The idea behind it is that you have, I guess, like a gold block and an aqua circle. And then there is at some point on the map a landing pad that's also aqua. You need to get the aqua circle into the aqua landing pad. That's the idea behind the game. And there's all these little blocks and circles around the map that you use to get that aqua circle into the landing pad. And they have to do with exploding things because when you click the red blocks, they explode.
Okay.
So you have to click the red blocks in a way that, like on this one that you're looking at now, you have to explode them in such a way that the aqua circle lands on the landing pad.
I can't see.
they're having some trouble.
Where's the circle?
There's an aqua circle in the
squares.
middle, or I guess it's a square or whatever.
I was
There's an
like, I'm
aqua
looking for a
thing.
circle.
Right. So anyway, the point is, it's tricky. This is a very tricky level because you have to get it to explode just right so that it lands on the thing.
Yeah, so
And,
it's basically you've just got to keep the blue block on the platform, is that it?
Well, if it starts above the platform, yes. But a lot of times it's like way over here on the left side of the screen and the landing pad is down on the right bottom corner. So what you end up having to do is like you explode them in a certain direction, they go this way, and then you have to explode something else at the right time so that it falls down. And then a circle might nudge it this way, and it's physics, but it's also a lot of kind of being lucky. Trial and error, that sort of thing.
You see, I find that a bit weird for a puzzle game because puzzle games are mainly figure out the puzzle, then
Right. I mean, it is a
execute.
puzzle
When there's an
game.
element of luck in it, it's not quite
It's
the same.
not
is
too
it?
much luck, really. It's just that, I mean, it's a lot of like figuring out. It's a puzzle. The difference here is that the puzzle is figuring out what order to blow things up in and like which of those blocks you click.
Right. Okay.
So it's not really luck because if you
Here's the-
click it the same, here's the thing, if you click the same block the same way every time, it'll always blow up the same way. So that's why there's no luck involved. It's not like there's wind or,
Yeah.
So
And
what
let's
you
be
were gonna say, here's
honest,
the
blowing
question.
stuff up is always fun.
That's it. It is fun to blow stuff up, and when you have to do it in a certain way, it's even more fun. So
There you go.
anyway, it's
Interesting.
fun. Yep.
It looks kind of fun. It was
Yeah,
a
it's
dollar.
$1. You get it on sale. Yeah, it's cute. There's like 50, maybe 100 levels, so you're not gonna spend 17 hours on this, and it's not really gonna rack your brain too much. It's just okay, I blew up this, it didn't work. I'll blow up that one, it don't work. Whatever. It's cute.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cute.
Thumbs up for Zup.
Thumbs up for Zup. I like that. Thumbs up for Zup. Rhymes and
Yeah.
everything.
Ginny,
Chinny,
your turn.
Ginny, your turn. What have you been playing?
I've been playing more of that
Pie time.
Plague Tale.
You sound excited about it.
I like it.
You
I
sound
like
you
it.
like it.
Wow,
I talk about games
it
I
is
like.
not often that I
Mm,
recommend a game on Play My Game
Yeah.
Beach that Chinny
But you're on
actually
a
liked.
roll, Stu. You got this.
I
Is like
know.
your third game. You
Calm
recommended.
down.
I know, I've
You
been
didn't
doing
fucking
quite well.
make it, Stu.
Yeah, well, I recommended it.
I fucking made it, you know.
I fucking recommended it though.
You're basically.
No one
So
else
what
had
about
heard
Sally?
of it, and
What's
then I
happening?
said you should play it.
I'm
What's
writing to
happening without
developers and saying
spoilers?
you're welcome.
You're welcome. You are.
So yeah, I did quite a good level. I don't know. I'm still the French girl, still, walking around.
Rub it in, Stinky Poo. About you got double deckers.
I know, yeah.
I missed those. Sorry, go on.
And I just did a really good level where, I had to go through this town, and yeah, I'm on it now. I had to go through this town and get to the university because, you sort of building up it's gone in a direction that I didn't.
Oh, you're getting towards the end, aren't you? You're not far from the end of the game.
It went in a direction that I didn't expect in the sense that, like, you've got like a little hub, like a little home in this castle.
Indeed, you do. Yeah,
and you've got a little alchemist boy that you've found along the way, and he makes little trinkets. So you're building up a little team. And and this is the first time the game goes, you don't have to escort the little boy. So, oh dear. You don't have to escort the little boy or anything like that. You can just carry on your own. So that was quite good. That it was quite freeing to be without the boy. But yeah, it was a good level, man. It was just going through this town trying to get this, get to this university, and it was. Yeah, it was really good. Like, and you got it keeps throwing little upgrades at you and all the time. And the new one was, if you throw this bomb, the rats fucking love it. So you can throw it towards people, and the rats eat the people.
Yeah, so it's a bit like the
Dishonored.
Yeah, Dishonored, and in Half-Life 2, isn't it, with the ant lions?
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. I love this game.
Yeah, it's good. So, I'm still enjoying it. But I think I played it either Monday or Tuesday, so it was a while ago when I've played it. But I gave it a good, couple of hours before I stopped it again. So I was
a good hiding,
flying through it. I'm enjoying it.
It doesn't have the best voice acting in the world, but the story's actually pretty good, and like you said, the gameplay is excellent. Really well done.
It's sort of good enough, really.
Yeah. It's a good game. I like this a lot. I am really looking forward to the sequel because that's out. Is that this year or next year? I can't remember
it's
now.
out this year, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, so it's just I've heard of this game before. I just didn't think it would be this good. Do you know what I mean? I just thought it would be all right, but it was.
No, it's good. No, it's
Stu showed you the way.
Exactly. No, it is way better than you're expecting. I was much the same. I'd heard good things about it, but even then I was like, it'll probably just be all right. But it was actually pretty good.
But it was more than all right.
It was more than all right. It is more than all right.
Through. So yeah, I'm enjoying Playstyle. Hopefully, I'll finish it next time I play it, and that's that.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I've played and finished a game in the last 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness!
Not only that, but I played and finished a game in one sitting.
Holy crap!
I know,
Was it Zup?
I didn't know you was a hacker.
Super Mario Brothers.
It was short, but it wasn't short. It was probably about 6 hours. So, it was a decent.
You sat in one spot for 6 hours?
Yeah, I got up and had some dinner. I got up and had some dinner at some point.
Thrombosis. Oh, yeah, dinner. Well, that's not one sitting. You liar.
Well, I got up and had lunch, but I played it all in one day.
Liar.
Full of shit,
for God's
Stu.
sake.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's called Last Stop.
Last Stop.
This sounds like a Jason Gallagher type of game.
It probably is. It's on Game Pass, Chinny. And we played.
You can play this game that you won't like.
Yeah, we played this developer's earlier game, Chinny.
Virginia,
together.
was it?
Yes.
It looks like Virginia's. Yeah.
We played Virginia. Unlike Virginia, which had no voice acting whatsoever, and the whole game was portrayed through actions and stuff that was going on, animations, etc. This game has full voice acting, you'll be pleased to know, and it's actually okay.
What sort of game is it?
It's a sort of Telltale Life is Strange type game.
Okay.
But unlike those games, this has no... Whatever you do has absolutely no bearing on the story whatsoever.
Oh, like a Telltale game.
Yeah, like a Telltale. But at least that gives you
Ew.
this semblance of something different's going to happen. This has none. This is literally choose your dialogue option, and then they say more or less the same thing.
Like a
So it's
Telltale
like-
game.
Why do
Yeah,
they
it's
walk
Telltale.
like they've shat themselves?
Well, they have, funnily enough. It's kind of a cool premise. So basically, there's this sci-fi thing going on that you find out about right at the beginning of the game. And then you play as three different... So there's three sort of stories that kind of get linked together at the end.
Okay.
One is like a body swap story, which is the character you can see on screen now, and he ends up swapping bodies with a much younger man, shall we say.
All right.
Okay.
So he's got like medical conditions. He's had a heart attack previously, so he's kind of quite unhealthy and not very fit. And then he ends up
Jeez.
swapping bodies, a la sort of Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, 13 going
Vice
30.
vice versa.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
There were
With
so
a-
many of these movies. What
with
the hell?
with a super fit dude who then ends up having to pretend to be him at
Yeah,
work.
face off, kind of. I mean,
And he has to pretend to be him at work, and the young man's like a video game developer, and the older dude just works in an office, like in a council office or whatever. And it's kind of cool. I must admit, they did do a really good job of that. Then there's another story with a character called, I think it's called Mina. I'm trying to think what's it, Mina. And she's like this secret service agent kind of character who's doing shit, and you don't really know, and she's going for a job promotion and doing all these weird sort
service
of...
agent.
Yeah, doing all these weird interviews with her and stuff. And that's probably the least interesting story out of the three. And then there's another one, which is
to tell you the truth.
which is a young girl who finds a neighbor's making people disappear. So people go in his
Ooh,
house
now
and
you're
never
talking.
come out.
Okay.
So these people never come out.
Are they being taken by the Institute?
We don't know
I
at
know.
the beginning of the game. So obviously they get taken. And
Is it
sort
set in
of-
Britain?
It's set in London. And what's really cool is you never see any major landmarks, really. It's all kind of...
Isn't that cool, Chinny, that you never see any landmarks?
No, but it's cool that it's kind of
because-
it's suburban London. It's stuff that like
People don't
housing
live by
estates
those fucking
and
places.
flats, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So they don't
So
feel the
it's-
need to go throwing them in there just to be like, look, London.
Yeah, it's
I hear
nice to sort of see a suburban side of London. Like, it feels like a real place. They've done a really good job of...
I can dig it.
They have... I'm trying to think what they're called, but there's this really cool brutalist block of flats in London, and that, like, one of the characters lives in them. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And they're really recognizable. So, but they're not a traditional London landmark, which was nicely done. And then it all comes together at the end, and it's kind of like a really cool X-Files type story.
Wow, 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 wow.
So I
So
really
it turns
liked
out
it.
there's a real estate developer, and they pull the mask off him at the end, and he's like, I would
Well,
have got away with it if it were for
who
you body
knows,
swapping kids.
You'll just have to play it to find out.
I guess. I will,
But
even
no,
though
I
won't.
thought it was really good, actually. The storytelling was quite cool. The story itself was fine. Voice
Yeah.
acting was good. Like I say, the sort of design of it and the locations were good. The really only major criticism I would have is the fact that you have no... It really is an interactive movie. You know, there's very little you could do to affect what happens. And
Yeah,
then
but is that really important? I mean, if the story is the point,
Yeah,
who
I
wants to
guess.
affect the action? You know what I mean? Like, if they've got a good idea for a story, just tell your story.
Yeah, which is pretty much what they did. The only thing I
And
would...
then the question becomes like, why make it a game at all?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. It's barely a video game. And then the only choices you get are these really binary, do this or do this for each character at the end of the game, which obviously alters the outcome. But that is literally it. Rather than having nuanced things that happen throughout the game that affect the ending, it's kind of...
Right.
You can either do this or you can do this. And it's kind of a bit of a...
You can get
I'm
with
not
this or you could get with that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure which is the best way to go, and then you just choose. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's good. I would definitely recommend it. It's if you've got Game Pass, just give it a go because it is something different to anything else you'll probably have a go of.
Chinny's already
Anyway,
saying no
as for
ahead of
next week's Play My Game Bits, Chinny, I think you should play Last Stop.
It's Last Stop.
No.
Yeah, Last Stop. It's very easy to remember.
You didn't give me. I didn't have one last week.
Well, you didn't have to. You're still playing the last one.
Yeah, really. And I have no suggestions for anything because I've gone through all the stuff on Game Pass, all the free stuff on Steam. Really,
there are no other games
unless you want me to go find some intentionally.
There is nothing
horrible
else
thing on
for
Steam.
Chini to play.
There's nothing else for unless I want to make you
Ever.
spend money, which I don't want to do.
Yeah, we wouldn't want you to spend money, Chini.
I mean, I could look at Stu's Steam collection, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
all right. So yeah, my turn. What? I'm gonna talk about a game that I played by accident. I was trying to figure out what I had on my hard drive that I could maybe get rid of, install something else, and I came upon a game that I didn't recognize, and I'm like, what is that? And so I tried to I opened up the file location, and I didn't see anything to define what it was, and then I opened it up, and I realized, oh, it was a game that I had been meaning to play, and it was in I have a list on Steam of like 0 plays in order to indicate the games that I've collected, demos over the time that I'm going to talk about on the game podcast at some point. So anyway, it is a game called Vedelem, the Golden Horde.
Okay.
And this is a strategy game that is a lot like the game Stronghold. Did you ever play Stronghold back in the day?
No.
Don't think I did, no.
Stronghold was a very good game, and this game is kind of like Stronghold. It's exactly like Stronghold.
Okay.
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
So the twist is that it's more current graphics. It's very fluid. The controls are smooth as silk. And I had a really good time playing the first level of it.
So what's the gist of it? You just got to protect the place.
Stronghold, it is a little city builder. It's a pretty minor city builder. Mostly what you do is you set up farms, you start chopping down wood with, lumberjacks, and then you can mine stone. And then you get enough wood and stone, you can expand your keep. And then you expand your keep, you unlock different kinds of city buildings. And then at the same time, you want to be training. And you build more houses, then you have more people, and that helps you because you also need to be training soldiers because there are these hordes of barbarians that are going to be coming to attack you, and you want to be ready. So a lot like Kingdoms and Castles, you have this, impending, combat piece that's on its way that you want to be ready for. So yeah, it's the graphics are very good, the music's very good. It feels like they were just like, let's just remake Stronghold because the music sounds a lot like it, the scenarios are kind of similar to it, and you start off with pretty basic sword wielding warriors, and then you can get archers, which are better from a distance but they're bad up close, and eventually you can buy tiles near your starting tile so you can expand your area, and you can also build walls and stuff to give you extra defense when the barbarians come attacking you. The controls are intuitive. There is no way to adjust time, which isn't a big deal, but most of the time in these games you have some speed up slow down option. Really affect the gameplay too much. It's just that I can see maybe people would get bored when you're in early stages.
They're being attacked on this. Oh no.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that, like, if you're ready, the most satisfying thing in the world is to have your army go and surround the invading army and they just slaughter them. And you can zoom way in and watch the individual. Yeah, that's very nice. And yeah, like I said, I did the first level. There's like a point system. So it's like, see if you can beat your points from last time. You get, a certain amount of money or a certain number of points for each of the enemies you kill. And then you lose points for each enemy you lost. So obviously you want to kill the most enemies and lose the fewest of your troops. Yeah, it's nothing fancy. It's not going to take the place of Civilization, or if you're into the Total War games, it's not going to it's not as fancy as that. But I really like the simplicity of it. I like the fact that you don't have to learn 100 new mechanics and all sorts of controls. It's just click on this army, point them at the enemy, and watch them fight.
Is the idea just to make a fuck off base?
You make a fuck off base, you defend it against the attacking barbarians. Yep.
Is there an end game?
Yeah, so, it looks like the version they're playing here is the count up version, which is just infinite. So it'll just keep sending more and more barbarians at you, and you want to see how long you can hold out. But the level I played had a countdown timer, and so when that timer reaches 0, that's when the last barbarian horde is sent your way. So if you can survive all of those, then you win the scenario.
It is counting down, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well then,
yeah.
I guess that's the way they're doing it there.
Good.
So
like
yeah,
a-
and I
it's
get the
horde
sense that
mode.
like there's a bunch of different levels that I haven't touched yet, which presumably have other wrinkles, elements in the game. Yeah, it's very polished. I was surprised. I didn't expect it to be this polished because I think I got it for again like $1 or $2 on some sale, and yeah, it's it's more than I expected, and I'm having fun with it. So if you like a little strategy, you like a little city builder, medieval style defense, a little bit of combat. I guess there's more
It's
than a
giving
little
me
bit of
Halo
combat.
Wars vibes.
Well, you liked Halo Wars.
Might be having a go at this.
Wiggle. Maybe
Oh,
this is
you
the
wanna
play my
go?
game, bitch.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is, but I don't know how much it is regularly on Steam.
£5,000.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
It
I
looks
doubt
it
it's
looks
that much.
worth it. It looks worth it.
I don't know.
Mm.
Oh my God, is it really free?
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Huh.
Was that you reading?
Oh,
of
that's
it?
right. That's right. This was made by a university group, and I guess they're giving it away free. So there you go. This is your play my game, bitch.
Yeah, free game to
Yeah.
play.
Right.
Bitch. Yeah, bitch!
Yeah, bitch.
Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection. So there's a lot of negative. Well, there's a few negative reviews that are like poor at pathing. You need more keyboard options. But most of the thing is like
People like complicated though, don't they? Like these games aren't
well,
complicated.
exactly.
It's not very good.
Right, exactly. So I don't like what a lot of people like, or I'm not looking for it. So I'm like whatever, and it's free. So there you go. You can't go wrong.
Cool.
I'm glad I looked it up.
There
No
you
wonder
go.
No wonder I should have made a note when I got it. Like, oh, I got it because it was free. So there you go. Vedelim, the Golden Horde. Check it out. And if anybody out there likes little strategy games, it's free. What do you got to lose?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You
Just
got
some
nothing
time,
to lose.
maybe.
Anything else you've been playing, Ginny?
No,
No.
I'm afraid not.
Well, I've been playing lots of stuff, which is a good thing, isn't it,
I
Chinny?
mean, whatever. We already spent an hour on this, so we could move on to news, and we wouldn't
No,
really be in a bad
we haven't
place.
got time. We haven't got time. I've still got stuff to talk about.
So,
Because
wait a minute. You were just saying it's a good thing that you played more things.
yeah, because
Presumably
Ginny's
because
nothing
you
to
wouldn't
talk
want
about.
You wouldn't want. Yeah, but then you're saying we don't have time for news because you have things to talk
Well,
about.
there isn't any news. News is boring.
We could talk about Blizzard.
Yeah, I have got that down. I've got that there. Anyway,
Anyway,
regardless
go ahead.
of that shit, I've been playing some games still. So I've
Right,
played.
Tell
a
us
game.
about the games you've been playing.
I played a game called Sniper Elite VR. VR,
Okay.
man. That's
Okay.
what
Okay.
I put the hot helmet on again.
Okay.
Just to get it, because this is like the first, I guess, what they class as a AAA Quest experience this year. This is a big game.
Did you hurt yourself playing this game?
No, I didn't. No, I
Well,
didn't.
That's good.
But I don't know whether I like it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not
Why's
really
that?
too
'Cause
sure.
you suck at it?
No, it doesn't look great to begin with, and I know it's trying to do a lot on a tiny, all-in-one headset, but I don't know. It just looks almost too basic looking.
Okay.
I think we played together, Chinny.
That was
Whatever that were called.
That looked shockingly bad.
Yeah. It's not a million times better than that, to be honest. It's
I don't
not.
know what you're expecting.
I know, but
Yeah, really.
when you've got a better developer, you're expecting them to make stuff look good.
Are you though?
No, not really.
And it looks all right. I mean, it's passable.
I mean, not on VR. Certainly, I'm not.
No, I suppose. It's passable. It's not amazing. The other issue I have with this game is...
Sorry.
What?
Yes.
I was moving my mic around.
Oh, right. I wonder what does that mean?
It's all right. We didn't notice.
Yeah, the other issue I have with this game is you've got to obviously hold the rifle up to your face to look through the scope,
Yeah.
Yes.
but it doesn't always work, and you're holding it up and you're having to wiggle your hand around to try and get it in the right place. so you can shoot someone in the face. You know what I mean? And that
Kind of like
It's
what you have
almost
to
as though
do if
VR
you
adds
use.
unnecessary complications in order to provide
yeah,
it.
it's,
that
VR adds
Hughes?
unnecessary complications in order to provide
yeah,
it.
it's
So
not.
it's
silly little-
kind of what you have to do when you're holding a sniper rifle or something.
Is
Yeah,
it, though?
but no,
To
in
wiggle your
real life,
rifle
you just put your eye up to the eyepiece and you can fucking see through the scope. In
Yeah,
this game, you've got to
I've
kind
never
of
used a sniper rifle.
you've got to wiggle it around until you can actually see the scope. It's not brilliant.
Does not sound brilliant.
It's not brilliant. It doesn't. Sometimes it's fine, and other times it's shockingly bad.
Yes.
You know, we've got the close-up cam of people's pelvises, and
Well, that's
you know,
why this game is a beautiful game.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what makes it
heads
stand out from every other shooter there
exploding,
is.
all
Yeah.
that kind
Going
of stuff.
through the penis.
Going through the penis if you want to go for the penis.
Yeah. I don't want to, but you know, if you get that shot.
I'm not. I mean, I'll play it again because I bought it now, but
Okay.
I'm not like, oh, I really want to play this game. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sort of
I know
like,
what you
wow,
mean.
I want to get back into
You're
this.
not blown
'cause
away.
It's
You're
not
not
fucking
loving it.
Half-Life Alex, shall we say? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not going to find a game that's Half-Life
I
Alex, so you go
know.
in there hoping that it will be.
Especially not standalone.
Yeah.
Imagine,
You know?
imagine Stu interviewing the developers, just going,
Hello.
"Is this
Fucking on
Why did you
Half-Life
not make it
Alex.
as good as
is
Half-Life?
this Half-Life Alex?" Well,
No,
well,
no,
no,
it
it's that's a completely different game.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you.
But that's why is it not as good as Half-Life Alex? Well, we're
Have
running
you played
it.
Half-Life Alex? Have you
we're-
played it though?
It's
I
only
mean,
running on the
just-
VR
it's
hardware
unbelievable. That
itself.
game is amazing.
Also, we don't have infinite money. Why don't you have infinite money? Valve do. Well, they're a different developer, and,
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes. Oh, by the way, Gamer Stu. You know me,
You're a big
shiny
Valve-
new
Nice. He
toys.
does all right, doesn't he, Chinny?
You're not
It's
I just
fine.
like the
Valve
look of this
fanboy,
check.
innit?
I don't need it. Yeah.
I might not even get one at this rate. Who knows?
Well, at least you put $5 on it.
Honestly,
I've put me £4 down. Yeah,
Gabe Newell
Right.
could shit on a desk and sell it, and Stu would buy it.
I'll be like, fucking amazing, that shit.
It's
Best
the
shit I've ever
Steam
seen.
turd.
It is best shit I've ever seen. That has been polished
Yes.
within an inch of its life.
And he won't be alone either. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a lot of people lining up to buy the Steam turd.
Mm-hmm.
But he says I won't get it till at least Q2 next year. So I've
Well,
got to see
yeah.
this thing for a
What, the
long
turd?
time. Yeah, the turd. Yeah,
Oh,
the
wow.
turd. I'm not going to see this turd for a long time.
Mhm.
But yes, it's okay. This game, I wouldn't go mad and buy it. I'd wait till it's on sale, and it's probably not too bad on sale.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I wouldn't pay the £20 I paid. I got a 30% off voucher, so I used that. So I only paid
Okay.
15 quid.
All right.
But yeah, it's all right.
You've always got to
Have you-
justify what you paid. Well, I got a voucher.
I
and
know
I
because
also, you know, I killed a man as well. So
I did kill someone, funnily enough.
yeah.
I don't know. It's all right. Anything else from you, Duke? Or do you want me to do my
Nope.
last? I have one last.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I
You
have
do
two
your
more.
last one. Go ahead.
Two more games. Sorry. I
Oh
have
my
two more
God,
games.
2 games.
One.
See, the problem is that Stu's a gaming slut.
I am.
I play games that I
dirty
love to
whore.
death. I
I
play with them
play
over and over and over. I never get tired of playing the
everything.
same games. Stu wants to play a different game every 5
I do.
seconds.
I fucking do. But yeah, it's on Game Pass again, so it's like, why not? And it's called
Why not?
Omnu.
No.
No, I
Okay.
really like this game.
What kind of game is Obdob?
Omno? It's a little bit like
Ibno.
Journey. So
Goodbye.
flower,
Yeah, really.
that kind
Next.
of vibe. But it
Yeah.
is a proper puzzle game.
Weird
So it's
shit
not-
vibe.
It's not just a sort of.
So give us
you
an
know-
example of one of the puzzles in this game.
So basically, they're all pretty much the same. So you've got to activate these light beams, if you will, to unlock the next level, and you do that by
Okay.
acquiring these like little power things. But it's all like platformer, so you've got to figure out how to get to where you need to go to collect.
Well,
what
that's
you
just a
get.
platformer. That's not a puzzle game.
Well, it's a platform puzzler, I guess is the best way
Is
to
it, though?
describe this.
That does not sound like a
suppose.
puzzle game.
Mm.
By that definition, Super Mario Brothers is a puzzle game.
Well, no,
Well-
you got enemies to kill, I suppose.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
but
Do you
it's
have any
pretty
enemies
cool.
to kill?
No. So there are sort
I
of
would say
things
this is a
in.
puzzle platformer.
Yeah, there are
I
things
just call
in
a
it
platformer.
that are sort of you can get gems off them by doing certain things or figuring things out how to do.
Pole dance.
But it sounds great. I mean, the sort of ambient sounds are brilliant. The worlds themselves look fantastic.
The visuals do look good. I'll give you that.
It is. It's a really nice looking game, and it's very. it's a nice chill.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
just if you just want to chill out, you don't have to think about it too much. It's quite relaxing. I like it. I think it's a really clever game. So I've thumbs up for Omno. Again, it's on Game Pass. So if you've got Game Pass on either PC or console, you can play this. So why not, really? Why
Give
not?
it a whirl, people.
Give it a whirl.
Oh,
last thing, and I promise I need to do a little bit more research on this. But I have been playing Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. So
the graphics are just super amazing.
Well, they're not really.
Uh-oh.
No, they're not. Not on the S, anyway. I believe the X looks pretty good. The S, you can tell it's been gimped to make it run.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's sort of, the textures are terrible. I mean, there's no definition to a lot of stuff in the world. The lighting effects are pretty good. So they've done all right with that, but the actual, it don't look great when you get close up to stuff. Because I got the drone out to have a close up. I went to Las Vegas, and just like on the PC version, the buildings look pretty cool. You've got reflections on the windows. You know, stuff looks good.
To be fair, you're not meant to go looking at stuff up close in this game, are you?
Well, I did.
I know you did.
Why not?
But that's like, I mean, Skyrim looks gorgeous as long as you don't turn clipping off and go looking inside the mountains or whatever.
I suppose. What is quite interesting though, when you do get down, I went down to look at the hotels and stuff in Las Vegas, and they had a Britney.
You
poster.
see people having sex inside the.
No, but there was a Britney poster on the side of one of them. You know, because she was obviously playing the I think it was the Rockstar Cafe or something like that.
Okay. Hard Rock Cafe, perhaps?
Hard Rock Cafe. I don't know, whatever.
Rockstar Cafe.
Rockstar Hard Cafe. Rock Hard Cafe. And Rod Stewart was playing at the MGM Grand.
Okay.
Sure he was.
So that's apparently.
I wonder if those are like live updated. That would be interesting.
No, I don't think they are. I think they're probably from bloody ages ago.
Not.
But if you look, this is the S version. You can see the buildings just don't look, and there's a lot of popping. So stuff just pops in.
Pop in, I can see being frustrating.
Yeah.
I've never been too bothered by the buildings not being.
But the buildings don't look great, and really, you want part of the whole illusion of Microsoft is like almost like you're flying around in the real world.
You know, I don't know about you, but I don't think I would actually think that I'm flying in the real world when I'm flying in this.
No, but you want it to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Like I say,
but on the other hand, they're trying to make it universal and they're trying to make it small download
It's not
size.
terrible. It really isn't. I mean, the clouds look great, and as like I say, lighting effects look
I think this
great.
looks very good myself, but you know.
Yeah,
it looks like dirt.
It does.
Okay.
It looks like a pile of dog shit. No, it doesn't look. Like I said, it doesn't look terrible, but it definitely looks better on PC and X.
It looks like when you throw it, but you haven't got anything left, but you have a bit of spit.
Yeah, a bit more comes out.
It's like that.
Okay.
It is like that. It is like that. But no, it's
like,
it's
you know when you get your bin bag, and then for some reason there's weird bin juice.
Oh God, yeah, bin
looks
juice.
like
It looks like the steam
nothing
turd.
worse
It
than
looks
bin
like that.
juice.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Except
worse
cheaper.
than bin juice. But no, do you know what they've done? It is pretty much impressive that they've managed to get it to run as well as it runs on the S and still looks pretty good.
It just looks like Google Maps.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Controller controls again are a bit fiddly. You know, because I've been used to a flight stick and what have you, and trying to play it on a controller
you elitist fuck.
I know, fucking elitist, man. Yeah, it's not great, and you have to hold buttons in and then press other buttons.
Oh God, buttons.
There's
The
just
fuck
not
am I, a
enough
button
buttons
pushing
on a
thing?
controller for this game.
Yeah.
But basically, flying around is fine. You know, it's just not great. Taking off is fine. Landing, not so much.
I'll bet.
Yeah,
I mean,
landing's
it's a controller, not enough buttons.
A little bit more difficult. A little bit more difficult on here, but it's fine. You know, for if you've got an S or an X, again, it's on Game Pass, so if you want to explore the world, you've nothing to lose because you don't even have to.
the Statue of Liberty is from New York?
Yeah, it's miles. Yeah, it is. It's
Why
miles
did they
away.
put it so fucking far away?
Because it's the first place you come to when you enter New York City.
Yeah,
So
you wanna
when
be able to
all the
see it
immigrants
first
were
before
coming
you see
in,
anything
yeah.
else.
But nobody comes into bloody New York that way now.
Well, they did.
Well, not anymore.
Well, they
but-
don't
anymore.
now. So move it.
So they should move it. Yeah.
Yeah, you move it. We actually went to when we went to New York. We went to the Statue of Liberty, and it was fine.
I
But
imagine it's just a big statue.
it is. It was all right. We then stopped off. Is it Staten Island on the way back?
Is it Ellis Island
Yes.
and Staten
Oh, is it Ellis?
Island?
Oh, it could have been Ellis. It's the one
Well,
where
there's
all the immigrants
several
signed
islands.
in.
I think that's
That's
Ellis
Ellis
Island.
Island. Yeah,
And that was way. I could have spent ages there. Whereas
Why?
like
Doing
once I've
what?
seen the statue, I'm like,
Laughing.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just really interesting.
Stupid immigrants.
no, no,
He's
it's
laughing
just
at the immigrants because he's a
What
big
do they
racist.
hate immigrants?
no.
Yeah, really.
It was
what a
just it was
racist
really
immigrant.
it was just a really interesting, like all the history and
Yes.
everything. How everybody
Yes,
ended
I
up in
hear
New
you.
York. It was
Right.
kind of cool, and they had like recordings of people when they arrived and stuff. It was just really interesting.
Were they like boom beatboxing? Like
They were. They were. I was like, oh my god!
I
it's
came
no
from
wonder.
Ireland. I'm here to say I'm happy to be American and made your way.
Yeah, it's no wonder
Who-
like that in New York. Tell you.
I got you a
Yeah,
gig
thank
in
God they
Central
recorded it.
Park in New York. What? A Central
Central
Park
Park.
in Newark.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting game. If you've got an XS or
Why do you always talk about the game? Like
Right.
You've never talked about the game before. Why do
I
you
know,
go,
I've
yeah,
played
you
it, I've
know
played it.
what?
If you have an interest in
If
Flight
you're a
Simulator,
fan
check this one out.
Of
if you want to fucking fly a plane,
if you're a fan
around-
of
around the friggin'
graphics
world,
appearing on your TV that you control,
Yeah.
then you should give this
you should
game.
definitely give it
a
a
go.
go. Give it a fucking go. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I've nothing else to talk about. I'm done. I'm actually done. I
Mhm.
really am.
Putting news first.
But in news,
So who's been abusing who then, Duke?
who's first? Yeah.
Well,
So
it's-
there's been
It's
a
just
lot.
that
Of
Blizzard's having a very hard time coming back from this.
there's
because
been
they
a lot
have
of
no
shit.
interest in actually atoning or changing anything. So they're just apologizing.
Yeah.
And surprise, that's not enough. Who would have
Nope.
thought?
No, apparently there's been a lot of shit go down at Activision Blizzard, and Bobby Kotick don't give a shit. Is
He
the
doesn't
gist
really
of it?
strike me as a man that does.
It just don't give a shit.
But he was in
Um,
Moneyball.
But interestingly enough, Ubisoft employees have signed an open letter slamming management's empty promises following last year's toxic work culture allegations at Ubisoft to people who worked at Activision Blizzard. So they went, yeah, we're with you, people. This is
It's
shit.
almost as though we have a problem across the goddamn
Yeah,
industry.
well, that's pretty much what's being said is that these toxic workplaces within video game development are kind of endemic. They're just in it.
A, thank God people are willing to blow the whistle. B,
Yeah.
let's protect the people who blow the whistles. C, it should not have taken that woman committing suicide for this to all come to light.
Yeah,
That's my
committed
hot take.
suicide.
You're welcome. What?
Who committed suicide?
We talked about it last week. There was a woman who went on a business trip. The dude brought sex toys and kept annoying her and harassing her, and then she committed suicide. Now, was her suicide directly a consequence of that guy being an asshole? I don't know. I'm not speculating. I'm not trying to imply that necessarily, but they happen near each other, and people at the company say it's not an isolated incident. So we have to deal with it, and it sucks. And I'm just not giving Blizzard any money right now. I'm not even playing Call of Duty. Not that that's going to do anything, but
yeah, it makes no difference.
they
I
want
think-
me to keep engaging with the game. So
I
the
know.
fact that I'm not engaging with the game, I'm not saying it's going to do anything, but I am, Mao said that which our enemy wants is what we don't want. So
You know what the problem is here, Duke, with all of this
an
stuff, right?
institutional culture of patriarchal violence that has been perpetuated for centuries.
Possibly. But what I
that's
was
part
going
of
to
it.
say was 90% of people who play Call of Duty really don't give a shit.
That's true. So I want to try
And,
to
I'm,
help
and
them
I'm
to
not
give a
saying that's
shit.
people who listen to this show or whatever. And I might be generalizing here, but I just think most gamers on the whole just play the games and they don't really think how that game came
Right.
about.
But you know what? Look, that's not a static thing. We can change that a little tiny bit. Not a lot. We're not
no, I
going to change
agree.
everybody's consciousness. But if my time working on East Timor showed me anything, it's that nobody's, you never have 100% of the population who's 100% made up about everything. So you push and you shove and you try to find ways to open people's minds a little bit, get them to reconnect with their empathy, and let their voice be heard.
I think that's all we can do, isn't it? Just
I think
say,
that's all we can do. Yeah.
Think about it, and these things need to change because that is not a healthy place to work, is it?
That's right. Amen.
Amen.
Every worker deserves a healthy place to work.
I've got to send a bit of, hope you get better soon to Bob Odenkirk, who had a heart attack.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? He didn't have a heart attack? Ugh.
Yeah, he did. Only a little one. It was just a little one. But
He's
yeah,
looking all really trim and everything in his latest movie as well.
Yeah, I've seen Nobody. It's a great
This, by the way, has nothing to do with video games, but
no,
it's okay.
it doesn't.
It's
We like
entertainment
Bob.
news.
We like Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, of course we
Tara
do.
put on a film the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I've got recommended this film." Blah, blah, blah."
Yeah,
And it was
what
basically a John Wick knockoff, which Nobody is a John Wick knockoff as well, isn't it? The Bob Odenkirk movie is a John Wick knockoff, really.
Kind of, yes and no.
It is. Shut up.
Yeah,
and this movie called Jolt is a John Wick knockoff.
Yeah, I've not heard of this.
And I was watching it, and immediately I was like, I don't know about this. This looks wank. And it went on and on and on. I was like, this is fucking shit. Why is every exterior shot? And I worked out very quickly, like Stanley Tucci is in it, which means the film must have been filmed in the UK because he got stuck in the UK during lockdown.
Right.
So I was like, well, he must have filmed this during lockdown. It must be filmed in the UK, but it's set in America. They only show 3 streets in like the same 3 streets keep going through America. And I'm like, it's just these 3 streets. And then when they do go to different locations, the camera's always really low, so you never see any other buildings or anything like that. Or it's at night. And I was just very suspicious. And all the American accents were...
That was very suspicious.
All the American accents... The main character was British. All the American accents were a little bit dodgy as well. And it was fucking awful. And then Tara said, yeah, the only reason I wanted to watch this film is because I was recommended that it's so bad that it's good. But she didn't tell me that.
And was it?
Yeah, it was awful. There's a scene where a baby gets thrown across the room.
Wow.
That sounds
It's
great.
a bit much. It's a bit much.
That sounds like Dead Alive. Anybody out there ever seen Dead Alive? That's a fun movie.
We watched
that,
we watched Blood Red Sky at the weekend. That was good.
Never heard of it.
It's on Netflix. It's
Not gonna
like
watch
in the top 10 at the moment. It's
I
basically
watched the movies that made us.
vampires on a plane.
Okay.
It's good. It was good.
There's too many things to do.
And there's too many vampire movies.
Can we
like,
just
get it over it.
stop? Right?
Stop.
Just
Stop.
every time I go on Netflix, it's like, yo, this TV show that you've never heard of is number 3 in the UK, and it's got 16 seasons. And I'm like, I've never fucking heard of this thing. Right? And it's got 16 seasons. What the fuck is this thing? And then
Kim's Convenience is very good. People should check that out.
And then there's
on Netflix.
podcast galore, YouTube videos.
Yes.
You go on Xbox
Agreed.
and it's like, here's
Right.
6 more games that you've never heard of that you
Yes.
now own. I'm like, I can't
Correct.
do it anymore.
Yes. Right. Any other news?
Yeah, interestingly, we talked a couple of weeks ago about Take-Two removing mods for San Andreas and
Yes.
all that stuff. Well, I think, I'm not 100% certain, Chinny, but I think this might be the mod that was spoken about on One Up Yours many years ago. Where everybody has a job in San Andreas.
Well, there's loads
Yeah, I
of
remember
those
that.
role-playing servers on GTA 5 as well.
But this is one of the oldest ones, 14 years old. This mod is GTA United. It's called, and they've taken it down themselves to avoid any legal action.
I don't know.
And it's just a shame, isn't it?
I guess.
Like, these guys that started making this mod 14 years ago, and have slowly built up this community, and now they've just got to remove it because Take-Two are going, nah. Get it off. I don't know. I do feel a bit sorry for him. Yeah, I'm look. New studio has been put together by members of the Last of Us development team, PlayStation, and Bungie, no less.
Okay.
Bungie.
That's an interesting
Bungie.
combination.
And it's called.
It's going to be a space shooter that has to do with finding your.
Who knows?
I don't know.
It's called
Spirit and Soul.
That's No Moon Entertainment.
I wonder where they came up with that name.
I don't know. It's interesting. But anyway,
name for a company.
That's No Moon Entertainment. And they are going to focus on AAA independent game development.
Isn't that a contradiction? I thought independent meant you're not part of the AAA.
Well, no, they're saying the games are going to be AAA standard, but we're going to be independent, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, Valve is an independent game company. And they make definitely AAA games.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so
right.
Yeah, they make terrible games. It's made up from people from Naughty Dog, Bungie, EA, PlayStation, Sony Santa Monica, Infinity Ward, and more.
So they're from all over. Got it.
From all over, all these big AAA developing companies and whatever. So we'll see what happens. Watch this space. Something good might come. And a big bit of news for you here, Duke. I'm sure that you've already got this. But the Aston Martin DB5 from James Bond is coming to Rocket League.
No, I do not already have that, and I could not care less.
Did you not get it?
No, I don't care about that sort of thing.
Like anybody fucking gives a shit.
I got 100 cars already. Why do I want more? I mean, look, I say that if they were to put Homer Simpson's, you know, the one he made for his brother's, you know, with the La Cucaracha horn, I would get that.
Maggie, what do you? I'll give you anything you want in the world. I want what the dog's eating.
Classic.
Final bit of news this week is Oculus. Facebook has halted Oculus 2 Quest sales.
No.
Or Oculus Quest 2 sales. Yeah, they've withdrawn them from the market for the time being.
Okay. Why?
Because there's been issues with people getting rashes on their faces from the phone.
On an unrelated incident, I've got a massive rash on my groin area.
Have you? Have you had your Oculus on your groin?
How else are you going to VR hump things?
Exactly, VR hump stuff. Yeah, so basically people have been getting a rash on the face, so they've withdrawn it. So when they're going to revamp the inserts that go in them, and they're also making the base model 128 gigabytes as opposed to 64. So they're making a bigger model.
128.
Exactly. So you're getting best of both worlds.
No one gives a shit.
As a bit of a public service information thing here, if you currently have an Oculus Quest,
I do.
Then you probably have a rash.
And you've got a rash on your face.
I don't.
You can get a free silicone cover from Facebook, and they'll send one out to you, and you can put that over it, and that apparently fixes.
What's their process in proving that you have a rash?
I have no clue. I really have.
Well, you have to own it, and you have to have something fucked up on your face.
You have to scratch some flakes into an envelope.
Yeah, you've got to have flaky face problem.
Yeah.
And that's it for news, unless you've got anything.
That's it. No, that's good.
And that's about it.
All right. We got emails?
We have got an email. We haven't got an email.
Whoa, that ruled.
Yes, Murderous Mark, we are doing a streaming on a Monday because I was in Florida and Chinny was watching his brother get married. So
Chinny was at a wedding.
I was just to be clear, I was at the wedding when I was watching it. I wasn't watching it on a live stream or anything.
Right.
I wasn't watching it from afar.
Well, I just say it like that because that's how we send out our invitations. Hey, come watch us get married.
Yeah. I watched it from over the road.
You may also be going mad, Mark, but
you may be going mad regardless.
A different problem that you have.
Regardless.
And if Lan is still watching, what up, Lan? I just got a message from him. Well, I got a message from him. Apparently, I got it an hour ago, but I just saw it now, saying, "Hey, I just got back from work. I'll check it out."
Hey, Lan, why are you named after a networking service?
He's not. He's named after a character in the Wheel of Time books by Robert Jordan.
Well, I like my version better.
And they are making a show about that now. So he's about to have a whole lot of people going, "Oh, dude!" It's like if your name were Tyrion.
And there'll be 16 seasons of that before I fucking discover it.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right. So who's the email from there, Stu?
From Derek Signs. Thanks, Signs.
Derek. Derek.
And Derek says this. He says, straight out of the blocks.
Straight out of the blocks.
Ready, set, go, veteran gamers.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it short and sweetish this week.
Okay.
I know video game podcasts don't usually cover sports unless you're the entertain nerds, RIP entertain nerds. But with the Tokyo Olympics in full swing, I wondered if the veteran gamers had any secret sporting history or sporting talents.
Here's my sporting history. You ready? When I was in 9th grade, I made it clear that I was not interested in sports and was never going to play any sports. And a friend of mine said, we need one more person for our soccer team. And I said, no, I'm not doing it. And he said, we can't even play any games because we don't have enough people. We just need one more person to qualify for games. And I said, it's not me. You could pull 100 people at random and 99 of them would be better than me at sport. So just no. And he said, okay, look, you know Luciano, right? And I was like, yeah, I know Luciano. And he's like, you can't be slower than him. And I was like, I guess I can. He's on the team.
Was he big?
All right, whatever. I went there. I was twice as slow as Luciano.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went to like 3 practices. I played in 1 game for like 10 minutes, and that was my sport career.
Yeah, but you like bowling, though.
Yeah,
I like bowling.
Bowling.
I like skiing. I like, kayaking can be fun.
There you go.
So it's not like I'm allergic to it. It's not like I never do it. I like riding my bike. But a lot of the sport, I was never good at, I played basketball when I was a kid at the local, youth club, but I was never any good. I was the slowest person on the team, so it's never been my thing.
People are heightest towards me.
I'm trying to get into chess. I got a chess app
you need to
recently,
play
and
my
like,
brother.
Maybe I could
My brother's
finally
fucking
figure out this
mad
chess
on
thing.
chess.
Well, I should do that. Holler at me, Pete.
Holler.
By the way, I didn't mention, we played, when I was with my nephew, we played Minecraft Uno, which is just like regular Uno, except you have creeper cards, and when you get one of those, you have to draw 3, but then you get to choose the color. So that's interesting. And we played Monopoly Draw, which is a very simplified version of Monopoly with cards instead of a board. And we played a game called Castle Panic, which was fun because it's a cooperative game. You got these attacking monsters, and you have to defend your little castle. And we played Excite Bike and Super Mario Kart 8, which was fun.
Good stuff.
Wow. Interestingly, talking of games, I learned a new game when I went down to my brother-in-law's last week, which was 3s and 5s in dominoes. You ever played 3s and 5s?
3s and 5s.
I have not.
No, that's Jack's, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, 3s and 5s in dominoes. It was great. So you basically use a cribbage board to score.
Yeah.
And so basically, to give you an example, if you had a double 5 at one end, so you only get 5 dominoes and that's it. You don't pick up or anything.
Oh fuck!
Right.
So you get 5 dominoes each, and you have to play with a set of 6s, not 9s. So you play with a set of 6s.
That's just a totally different game.
What does that mean?
So basically, the dominoes, you get 6s and 9s. So you get a set of 6s or a set of 9s. So set of 9s are obviously a bigger set of dominoes. So you get more. Anyway, that's besides the point. So you play a set of 6s, and basically you've just got whatever you can add up at the end gives you points. So for instance, if you had double 5 at one end and 5 at the other, so you got 15, that would score you 8 points. It's because you get 3 5s of 15, so 5 goes into it 3 times, and obviously 3 goes into it 5 times. So you get 8 points.
Sounds like a lot of math for a game, man.
There is a little bit of math, but it's actually a much more strategic way of playing dominoes. I was really impressed.
Not happening.
Wow. I'd have thought you'd have been into this, Duke. I'm quite shocked.
Sorry. Sounds like too much work.
It's not. No one should get into it.
It's not.
Is it, egg?
All right, well, maybe someday I'll try it.
So the ends have to be divisible by 5 or divisible by 3. Is pretty much it. It's easy.
Okay.
Simple. Anyway, as for sport, Chinny, have you ever been are you a secret sports person?
Any sport? No. Look, I like
apart from snooker.
Well, yeah, it's not really a sport, is it?
No, it is not. I don't count that as a sport.
They're trying to get it in the Olympics, you know.
Well, they're trying to get a lot of things in.
But you know what? If dressage is in the fucking Olympics,
what is that? Ballet for horses.
Horse dancing.
Because people go, snooker's not a real sport. Pool's not a real sport. It's like, yeah, fucking dancing with the horses isn't a real sport either. But that fucking shit's in.
Yeah, surfing's in now.
Yeah, but it's better than fucking dressage.
It kind of is, right? Well, I was watching it, and the commentator, he did this like the guy who was surfing did this turn, and he went, "There's a gold medal winning turn." I'm like, was it? What was that? He just
did
turned.
it win gold?
What did he do? Yeah, it did. As it happened, the guy won gold. I'm like, well, must have been.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, he's just like, he just did a bit of a turn on a wave.
There's a lot of controversy around like skateboarding, but I'm thinking like skateboarding is definitely whether a sport or not, but it's definitely difficult and like worthy of celebrating people that are good.
But how are you gonna have skateboarding in the Olympics, but then get mad when people are smoking up the tetrahydrocannabinol?
The what?
That
What
makes sense?
The what?
THC, weed, skunky, funky tobacco.
What's that got to do with
jazz cigarettes?
What? What's that got to do with
marijuana?
Yeah,
I get what you're talking about. What's that got to do with?
Are you
Tokyo
about
Olympics?
to seriously ask the question? What does marijuana have to do with skateboarding?
Well, it's like any sport, isn't it? All the snowboarders in Winter Olympics are always high as a kite, aren't they?
Yes, right. That's the point. Skateboarding and snowboarding attract a high percentage. Get it?
Yeah.
Of those who toke.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty good at snooker. I'm no good at dressage.
Are you no good at dressage? I thought you'd be great
When was the last time
at
you
that.
tried some dressage?
I do like badminton, so that's the thing that I like. I do
Badminton.
like badminton.
It's good.
And
Ice skating, of course. You did that for quite a while.
Not really a sport. And then
it's in the Winter Olympics. I think it counts.
And then I like table tennis. I'm not very good at table tennis, but I like table tennis. So
there you go.
Badminton, I'm all right. I feel like
we
I'm
got
all
room
right.
now. I want to get a table tennis table.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Get a pool table instead.
Yeah. Get both.
I don't think I'd play pool. I'm not. If somebody comes over to my house, I'm not gonna be like, let's play pool. Someone comes over, I'll be like, let's have some ping pong happening. Yeah.
Ping pong. I used to be a long time ago a pretty decent squash player. And I used to play in the local leagues and stuff.
I've never played squash.
Yes.
I loved it. I used to love squash. But I used to play in the local leagues, and I was out of 25 leagues, I was in like League 9 or something, which was pretty good. I was pretty good. But now I'm fat and old, so squash will be a really bad idea, even though I was pretty good at it.
Oh, there are people your age that play.
Yeah, but they're fitter than me, mate. And did you know squash has got the highest fatality rate because of all the fucking fat old dudes like me getting heart attacks when they play it?
Well, you can improve your fitness. So.
Possibly. I don't know. I'm too old.
Squash.
Yes.
I'm too old. Too old
you
for
just
that
play
shit
it, and then you'll get fit.
Right. Yeah.
Mark says, "What about pool? Pool is snooker mode in easy mode.
It is snooker in easy mode.
Snooker.
Baby snooker. Anyway, he continues his email. I guess sports took a back seat for many people when the whole COVID situation happened.
Yes.
But now might be the time to consider getting sporty again.
Well, I've all I've done is play snooker, like pretty much all last week. Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, then he's asked the same question pretty much. Said, did you play sports when you were younger? Do you still play sports now? Maybe as part of an exercise regime. I'm about to sprint to the fridge to lift another heavy can of beer. Cheers, Derek.
I feel like there's just less opportunity to play sports when you get older. Really, like you really have to go out to play sport. Whereas when you're young,
well, yeah. I mean, and for kids, they constantly want to like give them opportunities to do that sort of thing.
When you're young, you're like, you're at school or wherever the sport around. You go to the park. You're more encouraged to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're older, you have to seek it out. Like for me to play badminton as a 35-year-old man, I have to find someone to play badminton with who's on the same level as me. Not just anyone, someone who's on the same level as me.
No, you need someone slightly better than you, then you get better.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're starting out, you'll play anyone, right? And then
then
you got to fucking rent out a hall, and you got to go there.
Yeah,
and
you got to arrange to meet.
And you got to see each other's willies in the dressing room. And then
you do.
Go out and play. So it's a whole rigmarole.
It's a hassle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going playing sports is a hassle. It is.
But like, men bond doing stuff. So it's not a bad thing, like I would never be like, Stu, I'm just ringing you just to talk, because I just want to.
Yeah, you don't do that, do we?
No,
blokes don't do that.
I mean, whether that's right or wrong is not the point, but
it's a bit weird.
Like, it's a bit weird.
If you rang me out of the blue, I went, Stu, I'm just ringing you for a chat. I'll be
You know
like,
what? I'm just checking on
what's
you.
happened, Ginny?
Just checking on it. You know, my name's not Bongo. That's the kind of thing he would do. Right. So like,
Yeah.
but like you'd bond over doing something like watching TV or playing snooker or
Playing snooker.
video
We
games.
bonded playing snooker, aren't we, Ginny?
I want to play you again. I'm gonna
I know.
batter you next time. Batter
Bonded.
you.
Well, you batted me last time, so what's the difference?
Batter you.
Well,
more.
double batter me.
Double batter, like
Double
dip,
battered.
double dipping batter. Duke looks very confused.
It's fine. Any other
don't know.
sports?
No, I played a bit of hockey when I was at school. I was quite good at hockey, weirdly. I like whacking balls around, you know. I didn't mind
I've
doing that
always
too much.
wanted to go into a batting cage, Duke.
Okay.
What, as in for what? For baseball or cricket?
Yeah, no, for baseball. Fuck cricket.
Fuck
Like
cricket.
in Happy Gilmore when he's like toughening up for hockey
Cricket's
season.
almost
that
as
hurts.
boring as fucking snooker. Like, you don't want to fucking go cricket.
Well, you think that, Ginny, but my brother-in-law plays walking
Oh, they love it.
cricket.
Oh, they love
Walking
it.
cricket.
Oh, whenever you come across somebody who loves cricket, they're like, I fucking love cricket. And you got to, I'm stepping away from you. Bye-bye. So, but you know those batting cages that you see in movies and stuff and that? Oh, I always wanted to have a go on that. I bet it's fucking rock though, but I'd always wanted to go on it. Duke, no, discuss.
There's a
Yeah,
machine.
you
I've
wanna-
never done it, but like there's a machine that hurls balls at you and then you hit them.
Like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Derek said, which country would win the Olympic snooker gold? Well, it's either England, Scotland, or China, probably.
Yeah.
No, not China. China isn't guarantee. Right, England would probably win it. Everybody always goes, oh, the Chinese players, they're going to dominate the sport. They never do. They all get homesick. It's all a big thing.
Depends how pissed Ronnie O'Sullivan is.
Yeah, sometimes he just turns up and...
Yeah.
Well, I'll play today, whatever. Fuck it.
Fuck it. I'll hit the ball if I feel like it.
Is there a 24-hour charity gaming event this year now? That's a sport.
You've done this a lot, Chinny, in the past. Is it a thing this year? I have no idea.
I did 2 last year, didn't I? I did it
Did
when...
you do two? Oh, God, yeah, you
I
did.
did it when COVID hit to raise some money for the old...
For the hospice, didn't
the
you?
hospice.
Yeah, you raised some money for the hospice.
Not everybody who goes into hospice is old, by the way, so it's a great cause. And then I did another one for the kids. So, yeah, I'll probably do another one.
Yeah, Chinny always does it. Duke
Maybe
and I,
Stu
not so
should
much.
do it this year.
No. God, no. Kill me, man. Bad enough now. Jesus Christ, I'm too old for that bullshit.
Do it.
Don't think so.
I'm barely alive now. Like,
I know, I can tell. I know, it kills you, doesn't it? We're too old, Chinny. I keep telling you, man.
I know.
All this late nights and shit.
I'm getting
So that's kind of it for email. That's it for the email. That's the mail. Done.
Yes, thank you, Derek. We appreciate you writing in. And there's
So-
no speak pipes, is that correct?
No speed pipes either.
Oh my
Right,
God,
we
what are
need
you
speak
doing, people?
pipes,
Come
we
on,
need
let's do a
emails,
speak pipe.
folks.
Yeah.
Send us emails. speed
Otherwise,
pipes.
we'll
on
never do
Twitter
the show
or
again.
We're
Discord.
not going to do it. If you don't appreciate it, we're not going to fucking do it anymore.
Yeah,
It's not that you
doing
don't
it.
appreciate it, it's that you need to be in touch with us. Communicate with us.
Yeah, you
Let's
do.
talk.
Literally read out
Let's
anything.
chat.
I will.
Yeah,
I'll read
really.
it.
And we'll talk about it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
on
we
and
will.
on about Twitter. I like go to a batting cage. I want to go to a batting cage.
Now, you see, Murderous Mark could not be more wrong, could he, Chinny?
No.
Could not be more wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
He does. Chinny is a teetotaler. He doesn't drink
just
any
tired.
alcohol. He's just
And he's
tired.
just
He's just
tired,
tired.
yeah.
Everybody else
And
was
stoned on
hungover.
tetrahydrocannabinol.
Tara
is.
was hungover.
The most exhausted person is one who has to keep track of all these pinheads losing
I have
their
to make sure
minds, getting drunk.
I have to make sure that the guitar that everybody has to sign was in the building. All the toys
Yeah.
are ready for the kids.
Make sure that
all
the
bubble
nephew gets
machines
home,
were
make sure his
loaded with
dad gets
bubbles.
home.
I have to make sure that
Yeah.
my dad gets into his bed without falling over. I have to make sure that my mother-in-law doesn't like dance all over the place and fall over. And,
I don't know why that's a problem if mother-in-law dances, but
Well, I don't know.
You
You know
don't
what I mean.
Wow.
I'm keeping my eye on everything, and then
right. You have to
I'm
pay attention
tired.
the whole time.
and then I have to go to work
Yeah.
today, straight after it.
Eesh. Nuts. I didn't have to work.
Wow.
I slept till 8, which I never do. But
Mm.
I came in at like 1 last night, so it was nuts. And the poor Duchess had to stay up late to get me from the airport because there was no good flights home at a decent hour.
As never is.
All right, so are we doing shout-outs now?
It's time for a shout-out.
Did you not
Hey!
go with Diane to Florida?
No, she had to stay back and watch the dog.
Oh,
Because we can't board him. He's too, some dog's going to try to fuck with him, and he's going to mess him up, so.
Yo, you fucking.
He's gonna mess him up.
You looking at me? You looking at me?
Yo, you see this fence? This fence is my fucking fence. Fuck.
You're lucky there's a fence between us. I'll fuck you up.
There's a gate here. Well, I don't want to go through it yet.
Yeah. Is it a retro headset? It's a Logitech headset. It's not retro. It's just.
It's just what Duke buys.
I love how
It's
I'm
just
the
what
object of
Duke
ridicule.
buys.
It's a
Listen,
headset.
look
I
at
can
this
hear
shit.
things through it. It's
God.
fine.
It looks
I don't
slicker
wanna
than my
spend
big
more-
bulbous thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
Exactly.
lightweight.
It
It's
is.
cordless, so I don't have to worry about that.
My head.
What
my
is
head's
fine.
all
Duke,
cold.
it's
You want to
fine.
buy? I'm happy with my headset I got.
It's fine.
All right, who's doing a shout out?
You go
Welcome to
first.
Better
I don't
Neighbors
know.
Podcast, where we just sit here and read the stuff in the
Yeah.
YouTube chat.
Yeah.
I will shout out Lan. I will shout out my cousin Avit, or my nephew Avit. I will shout out my brother Mark. I will shout out my friend Megan and her husband Kik and JoJo. I will shout out Ms. Beach and Ms. Lopez. I saw 2 of my old teachers over the week. That was awesome. And I'll shout out my mom and her hubby Rob. And I will shout out everybody who's been in touch. And my former student Claire she sent me a very nice postcard, which was waiting when I got home. I will shout out the Duchess because she's amazing. I will shout out Walter Cronkite because I'm reading his memoir, A Reporter's Life. So there you go. What up, Walter Cronkite?
That's a good photo.
That's the way it is, or whatever his name is. And shout out to Chinny for making the video about when I went to Manchester because I showed that to my friend Megan and she got a kick out of that.
There you go.
And shout out to Stu for
Excellent.
making the good-looking face. And by the way, that was, 3 years ago this summer?
Yeah,
So
3 years.
I got the reminder. My phone, actually, right after I told my friend Megan about that and showed her the video, I got the thing. It said memory from 3 years ago. And I was like, ooh, how about that? It was exactly 3 years ago today.
Do you know what's quite interesting, by the way? When that happened, we were going to Kay's sister's straight afterwards in Leicestershire.
Yeah.
And we went this year on the exact same weekend, obviously a few days later, of course, but
It's almost like our lives are never-ending
I
ruts
know.
that we're
We
just
just
stuck
do the
in.
same fucking thing at the same time of year, don't we? 'Cause we were there again last weekend, which is the same weekend as
I
the
went to
time
Florida, so,
we
I mean,
met
you.
you.
Travel. I tend to travel at the same time every year because, I got to decompress from school, do some stuff in July, and then, early August, late July, that's a good time to travel.
There you go. Chinny,
There you go.
over to you.
Shout out to Pete and Shell for getting married.
Shout out Pete and Shell. Shout out to Pete as well.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Is that it? You done?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm going to shout out everyone who's joined us on a Monday, just to confuse everybody. We'll be back to Sunday next week, I believe. I don't think there's
Yes,
anything
I don't see why
changing.
not.
And in addition to that, I'm going to shout out Richard Finch, Ra Finch, because I'm going to DJ's birthday thing.
Woo,
Yeah, so there you go. On the old Twitch, I'm not doing it live because of, it can't be asked traveling around the country, but
I mean, you could come see me.
course
but
not.
whatever.
I guess he lives in Wolverhampton,
He
weirdly.
lives right next to me, but whatever.
It does.
Whatever.
But I'm going to do it on Twitch because that's just easier.
Just come down
Yeah.
and we'll go around and we could
I know,
spend time
because I'm doing it
together.
on the Saturday the 14th, but I'm away
Life's
on
too
holiday.
short. COVID's kept us apart. It's not a big deal.
I know. I should do it. Just come down. But I'm away on Monday the 16th. We're going away. So
I mean, it's only like an hour and a half drive, but whatever.
I know. It's only an hour and a half. It's only an hour and a half.
I
Right,
don't want to see
anything
you anyway
else?
because we're men and we don't do that.
Well, man, we don't do that. We don't phone each other for chats. Who does that?
Yeah.
And that's it,
Flipping
really.
it
And just the listeners and Antonio, of course, for filling in for me last week.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Antonio.
Antonio.
Thank you, Antonio. And that's kind of it, I think. And just, people send us stuff.
Yeah, send us stuff.
Emails, speak pipes.
We're done.
Shit.
Right.
I think we're done.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
Go to VGHub.net. Go there now. Send me memorials for Gary, you lazy bastards. Write yourself a note.
battered women's shelter?
No. Huh?
Good God.
Stop it. Give me that. Give it.
Do not give these guys things that make sounds. No props that make noises. They cannot stop using them.
It's true.
So, Duke, when's your book out?
That's my next project. Now that I've gotten resettled and then we did this podcast, the next thing on my to-do list is get the book ready to go and arrange a launch party. So I'm going to work with a bookstore here in town, and hopefully we can set something up there. And as soon as we do that, that'll be the date when it's out live. People can buy it.
I don't want to buy your book. Buy my book.
I want you to buy my book, but you got to wait.
I want to buy it.
You got to wait. It's coming. It's
seriously.
coming. I'm glad you're eager. Spread the word, people. Delivery to Nimbus X. It's a coming. The print copy.
No.
Yeah.
Buy my book. Can't wait. I'm excited. I've read the first bit, you know.
Woo! First bit.
But I want to read it all in one go rather than, you know.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm going to binge read it.
I want to binge it, man. I'm going to binge that book. You need
And
to
that's
have
where
it
we're gonna
out by the 16th, and I'll read it on my holidays. There you go.
Nope. It's not going to be. It's
What do
16th
you
of
mean, no?
August. 16th of August? No, it's not. We're doing the launch party in September, so that's when it'll be
What?
out.
That's ages.
I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
How am I supposed to read that on my holiday if it's not out till August?
You could
September?
read it online on your holiday.
I know, but I want it on my Kindle. I can't be arsed with all that reading it on a website shit.
Can your Kindle not access the web?
No. It's really shit. The browsers on Kindles are terrible.
I'm not saying they're not. I find it, because if you didn't want to read it on a screen, that would be one thing. But you want to read it on a different, you don't want to read it on that screen.
No. I suppose I could read it on my tablet.
I suppose.
It's a faff though, because if I read books on my Kindle, I don't read them on my tablet.
I don't know what to tell you.
Honestly, I don't know how you cope, Stu.
I'm glad you want to read it, but I'm not going out of my way to help you read it on a specific device.
I don't know how you get by day to day.
I want to give you some cash, Duke. I want to give you cash.
I'm not looking for cash, though. When have I ever said anything about wanting cash?
Well, you're going to sell it,
How
aren't
well
you?
do you know me that you think cash is what's going to
free?
motivate me? I give everything away for free. I gave this one away for free. It's been on Medium for free for months.
Well, that is true, I guess. But now you want the cash.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, you
I
do.
want time instead of cash.
Everybody wants time.
Yes. Not everybody wants cash.
Oh, what flavor? Chris? I'm eating chili flavored Doritos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go.
Yes, I am also going to go.
Yes,
thank you.
I'm going to go
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody.
And we will see you next time on Sunday of next week.
Bye, folks.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.